When you're desperate for money, your next move can either save you or sink you. It's a moment of truth, a raw and unforgiving juncture where the weight of the world feels like it's crushing your chest. I've stood at that very same crossroads, completely broke, paralyzed by stress, and watching with a bitter taste in my mouth as everyone else seemed to be lapping me, getting ahead and succeeding. The noise of their wins only amplified the silence of my own empty pockets. It's a lonely place to be, a place where hope feels like a luxury you can no longer afford. Every bill that arrives is another nail in the coffin, every missed opportunity another ghost to haunt your thoughts. But let me tell you something that no one else will. That feeling, that rock-bottom, gut-wrenching desperation, is not a weakness. It is a source of untapped, explosive power. It's a signal that you are ready for a monumental change, a sign that the old ways are no longer serving you. You can let that pressure break you, or you can use it to forge yourself into something stronger, something sharper, something entirely new. Desperation can be the fuel that ignites a fire within you so powerful that it burns away all the doubt, procrastination, and fear that held you back for so long. It forces you to get real, to get focused, and to get moving with an urgency you never knew you possessed. I found a way out, not by following the same beaten path that everyone else was on, not by competing for the same scraps, but by creating my own lane in a market that felt impossibly crowded. I learned to turn that desperate energy into a laser-focused strategy. I'm going to teach you, step by step, how to do the exact same thing. I will show you how to build your own lane, fast, even if you're starting with absolutely nothing but the fire in your belly. Forget what you think you know about making money. We are not here to play by the old rules. We are here to create our own game, and we are here to win it. This isn't about some get-rich-quick fantasy or a hollow promise of overnight success. This is about practical, actionable strategy. It's about leveraging the pressure you feel right now and channeling it into precise, deliberate moves that generate real results. You don't need a fancy degree, a rich uncle, or a stroke of luck. What you need is a blueprint, a willingness to execute, and the grit to see it through. I'm handing you the blueprint today. Your job is to take it and run with it, to build something from the ground up that is uniquely yours. The path starts now, and it starts with a decision to swim, not sink. Let's get one thing straight right away. A crowded market does not mean it's a closed market. Look around you. Everyone is trying to do the same thing, following the same trends, and shouting the same message. They see a crowd and think the only way to win is to be the loudest one there. That is a loser's mentality. The real opportunity isn't in shouting over the noise, it's in creating a new conversation altogether. There is always, and I mean always, room for people who are willing to solve real problems and bring authentic, raw energy to the table. The world is starving for authenticity in a sea of copycats. Forget the competition. Obsessing over what everyone else is doing is the fastest way to lose your own identity and your own edge. It's a distraction that keeps you playing defense instead of offense. While they are busy looking at each other, you need to be looking at the customer. You need to be looking for the gaps, the frustrations, and the urgent needs that are being ignored. Your focus shouldn't be on beating the competition. It should be on making the competition irrelevant by carving out a space that only you can own. This is about building your own lane, a path so specific to your skills and your story that no one else can walk it. Your unique story, your personal struggles, and your specific journey are not liabilities. They are your greatest assets. They are the foundation upon which you will build your brand and connect with people on a human level. People don't buy from faceless corporations or generic hustlers. They buy from people they know, like, and trust. By sharing your story, you build that trust. You show them that you understand their problems because you've lived them. This is how you attract a loyal tribe that will champion your work, buy your products, and stick with you for the long haul. Authenticity is your ultimate weapon in a crowded marketplace. So, how do we begin this process? It starts by shifting your entire mindset. Stop seeing obstacles and start seeing openings. Stop seeing a saturated market and start seeing a field of unmet needs. This guide is designed to walk you through that shift, to give you the tactical moves to identify those needs and build a simple, powerful offer around them. We will find your unique angle, leverage your story, and build a system that allows you to make money quickly and sustainably. It's time to stop fighting for a spot in the crowd and start building your own stage. Let's get to work. I know what it's like to hit financial rock bottom. It's more than just being broke. It's a suffocating weight that presses down on you from the moment you wake up to the moment you finally fall into a restless sleep. I remember the constant gnawing anxiety, the cold sweat that would break out whenever the phone rang, thinking it was another creditor demanding money I didn't have. It's the shame of having to say no to simple things, like a night out with friends or a small gift for a loved one, because your bank account is a battlefield and you've already lost the war. Every single day feels like you're treading water in a stormy ocean with no land in sight and your arms are getting tired. That feeling of being left behind is brutal. You scroll through social media and see everyone else posting about their promotions, their new cars, their fancy vacations. It feels like they're living in a different universe, one where success is easy and money flows freely. Meanwhile, you're stuck in a reality of ramen noodles and overdue notices, feeling invisible and completely inadequate. The world keeps moving forward, celebrating wins you can only dream of, while you're stuck in the mud, spinning your wheels and going nowhere. It's a profoundly isolating experience that can make you question your own worth, your own abilities, and every decision you've ever made. The sinking feeling in your gut becomes a constant companion. It's there when you look in the mirror, when you talk to your family, when you try to plan for a future that feels completely out of reach. Hope starts to feel like a foolish indulgence. You tell yourself that maybe this is just your lot in life, that some people are meant to succeed and others are meant to struggle. It's a dangerous lie that your mind tells you to protect you from more disappointment, but it's a lie that will keep you trapped if you let it. That despair is a prison, and its walls are built with self-doubt and resignation. But here's the raw truth I need you to hear right now. That rock bottom, that place of absolute financial despair, is not your final destination. It is a launching pad. It's the solid ground you need to push off from with explosive force. All that pain, all that frustration, all that anger, it's not just noise, it's energy. It's a signal that the status quo is no longer acceptable. The weight of that empty wallet can either crush you into dust or it can be the very thing that forces you to build the strength to stand up taller and stronger than ever before. The choice of what you do with that weight is entirely yours. Desperation can either freeze you or it can fuel you. For most people, it freezes them. They get caught in a loop of panic and inaction, overwhelmed by the sheer scale of their problems. They wait for a miracle, for a lottery ticket to hit, for someone to come and save them. They become spectators in their own lives, paralyzed by the fear of making another wrong move. But you are not most people. You are here, reading this, because you know deep down that waiting is not a strategy. You understand that the only person who can save you is you, and the time to act is now. I chose fuel. I decided that the pain of staying where I was had finally become greater than the fear of trying something new. That is the tipping point. That is the moment when desperation transforms from a paralyzing poison into a powerful propellant. I took all that stress, all that anxiety, and all that shame, and I converted it into pure, unadulterated focus. When you have nothing left to lose, you become fearless. You stop caring about what other people think. You stop overthinking every little detail. You just execute. Desperation gives you a clarity that comfort never can. A singular vision focused on one thing: survival. This is what I need you to do. I need you to look that desperation square in the eye and harness it. Use it to burn away all the excuses you've been telling yourself for years. The "I don't have time," the "I don't know how," the "I'm not good enough." Burn it all to the ground. Your desperation is your unfair advantage. While others are comfortable and complacent, you have a fire raging inside you that will make you work harder, move faster, and think smarter. This is not about motivation that fades. This is about a deep, primal need to change your circumstances. And that is the most powerful driver of human action on the planet. Forget the past. Forget the mistakes that brought you here. Today is day one. The only thing that matters is your next move. Every ounce of energy you have must be channeled into productive action. No more complaining, no more blaming, no more feeling sorry for yourself. That chapter of your life is over. The new chapter begins with a decision to use this rock-bottom moment not as an anchor that holds you down, but as the rocket fuel that launches you into a new stratosphere. Let the desperation become your coach, your mentor, and your relentless drill sergeant. It's time to get to work. Let's dismantle a myth that keeps so many people on the sidelines forever: the idea of a saturated market. You hear it all the time. That's already been done. There are too many people doing that. There's no room for anyone new. This is the language of fear, the excuse of those who are too scared to even try. The truth is, a crowded market is a sign of a healthy market. It shows that there is real demand, that people are actively spending money to solve a problem or fulfill a desire in that space. A crowded market isn't a wall, it's a giant, flashing sign pointing directly to where the money is. Your job isn't to be intimidated by the crowd, but to see the opportunity within it. The fatal flaw that 99% of people make in a busy market is that they try to copy what the leader is doing. They become a watered-down, less interesting version of somebody else. They use the same language, offer the same services, and compete on the same tired metrics, usually by trying to be the cheapest. This is a race to the bottom, and it's a race you will always lose. The real opportunity doesn't lie in being another echo in the chamber. It lies in being a distinct voice. It's about finding the nuance, the small but painful problem that the big players are too large and too slow to address. There is always room for a specialist in a world of generalists. Think about it this way. Every single person in that market has a slightly different need, a slightly different pain point. The big established players often provide a one-size-fits-all solution that works good enough for most, but perfectly for no one. This is where you come in. You can serve the people who feel overlooked, the ones who need a more personalized touch, a more specific solution. You can be the one who truly listens and adapts. The market isn't saturated with excellence, it's saturated with mediocrity. There is always, and I mean always, an abundance of room for someone who brings true quality, care, and a unique perspective to the table. So I need you to completely erase the phrase saturated market from your vocabulary. Replace it with proven market. It's a field ripe with customers who have already raised their hands and shown they are willing to pay for a solution. The competition has done the hard work of educating the market for you. Now you just need to walk in with a sharper, more focused, and more authentic solution. Forget competing with everyone. Your goal is to serve a specific someone and to serve them better than anyone else possibly can. That is how you carve out your space and make the crowd work for you, not against you. Now that we've established that there's room, how do you claim your spot? The answer is simpler than you think. You do it by being you. In a world overflowing with polished, corporate, and soulless brands, your authentic energy is your ultimate competitive advantage. People are tired of being sold to by robots. They crave connection. They want to buy from real people with real stories, real struggles, and real passion. Your history, your personality, your quirks, and even your flaws are not things to be hidden. They are the very tools you will use to build a brand that people feel a genuine emotional connection to. That is something no competitor can ever copy. Forget trying to project an image of perfection. Perfection is boring and unrelatable. It's your journey, especially the gritty parts, that will resonate most deeply with an audience. When you share your story of hitting rock bottom and fighting your way back, you aren't just selling a service, you're offering hope. You show people that you understand their pain on a fundamental level because you've been there yourself. This creates a bond of trust that is 1,000 times stronger than any slick marketing campaign. Authenticity builds a tribe, while traditional marketing just builds a customer list. You want a tribe that will go to war for you. This authentic energy needs to be infused into everything you do. It should be in the way you write your emails, the way you post on social media, and the way you talk about your offer. Don't use corporate jargon or buzzwords. Use your own voice. Tell your story. Be direct. Be honest. Show your face. Let people see the person behind the hustle. When you do this, you stop being just another faceless option in a crowded market. You become a person they feel like they know, a guide they can trust to lead them. This is how you make the competition completely irrelevant without ever mentioning their name. So, let's be clear. Your mission is not to find a gimmick. It is to find your truth and have the courage to share it with the world. The market doesn't need another copy. It desperately needs your original. Your unique blend of skills, experiences, and personality is a combination that has never existed before and will never exist again. That is your lane. It's been waiting for you this whole time. Your job is to stop being afraid to own it, to step into it with confidence, and to broadcast your authentic energy so loudly that the people who need you can finally find you. This is where the rubber meets the road. Forget grand, complicated business plans and 5-year projections. When you're desperate, you don't have time for that. You need a strategy for right now, for this afternoon, for tonight. The entire game of making money fast boils down to answering 3 brutally simple questions. First, what can you do right now? Not what you could learn to do or what you wish you could do, but what skill do you possess at this very moment? It could be anything from writing a resume to walking a dog to balancing a spreadsheet to designing a simple graphic. Make a raw, unfiltered list. Don't judge it. Just write down every single thing you are capable of doing. This is your arsenal. Second, who needs it right now? This is the critical step where you connect your skill to an immediate pain point. Who is actively, desperately looking for a solution that your skill provides? If you can write resumes, it's the person who just got laid off and is frantically applying for jobs. If you can manage social media, it's the small business owner who is overwhelmed and losing customers because their online presence is a ghost town. Think about urgency. You are not looking for a casual buyer. You are looking for someone whose problem is a fire that needs to be put out immediately. Their desperation matches your own, and that creates the perfect opportunity for a fast transaction. Third, where can you offer it right now? You have your skill and you know who needs it. Now, where do those people hang out? Where are they screaming into the void about their problem? It could be in local Facebook groups, on LinkedIn, on freelance platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, or even in your local community center. You need to go to the source. Don't wait for them to find you. You are the hunter, and you must go where the prey is. Post your offer directly where your target audience will see it. Send a direct message. Make a phone call. Your speed in getting your solution in front of the right eyeballs is everything. This three-step framework, what, who, where, is your starting line. It cuts through all the noise and all the complexity. It forces you to focus on the only thing that matters when you need cash fast, providing immediate value to someone with an immediate need. This isn't about building a long-term empire in a single day. This is about generating momentum. It's about proving to yourself that you can make something out of nothing. It's about getting that first dollar in the door so you can breathe again. This is where fast money starts, not in theory, but in focused, urgent action. In the world of the desperate hustler, speed is your single greatest asset. While your competitors are busy perfecting their websites, designing flawless logos, and debating their pricing strategy for weeks, you are already in the market making offers. You must understand that in this game, done is infinitely better than perfect. Perfection is a form of procrastination, an excuse to delay the potential rejection or failure you're afraid of. But you don't have the luxury of fear. Your desperation demands that you move, and move now. Your goal is to close the gap between idea and execution to the smallest possible time frame. Think in hours, not in weeks. Your speed creates opportunities that simply don't exist for the slow and methodical. When a small business owner posts in a Facebook group that their website just crashed and they need help immediately, the person who responds in 5 minutes with a clear offer to help is the one who gets the job. Not the person who sees it 6 hours later and sends a perfectly crafted proposal. The market rewards speed. Urgency recognizes urgency. By being fast, you signal that you are hungry, you are attentive, and you are ready to solve the problem right now. This is a powerful position that builds instant trust and makes you the obvious choice. I want you to adopt a launch now. Fix later mentality. Get your offer out there, even if it's not perfectly worded. Start talking to potential clients, even if you don't have all the answers. The feedback you get from the real world, from actual conversations with people who have the problems you can solve, is 1,000 times more valuable than any amount of time you could spend planning in isolation. You will learn more in one day of taking messy action than you will in a month of getting ready. Let the market be your teacher. It will tell you exactly what you need to adjust, what you need to improve, and what people are actually willing to pay for. This focus on speed is what separates the hustlers who make it from those who stay stuck. Money comes from movement. It is a direct result of the actions you take, the offers you make, and the conversations you start. Every moment you spend hesitating is a moment you are not earning. So, get out of your own head. Stop overthinking it. Pick one urgent problem you identified, find the people who have it, and make them an offer. Do it right now. Today. The clock is ticking, and the fastest person to provide value is the one who wins. Go win. All right, let's stop talking and start doing. Theory is useless without execution. You need tangible hustles you can start today, right after you finish watching this. These aren't long-term businesses. These are tactical strikes designed to get cash in your pocket fast. First, think about providing services. Every business and busy professional is drowning in tasks they don't have time for. You can be their lifeline. Offer to build or rewrite resumes for people job hunting. This is a classic because the need is always urgent and the value is crystal clear. A great resume directly translates to a better chance at an interview, and people will pay for that advantage, especially when they're desperate themselves. It's a simple skill you can learn quickly and deploy immediately. Next up, social media management for local businesses. Walk down your main street and look at the social media pages of the local pizza place, the dentist, the mechanic. Most of them are terrible or completely non-existent. They are leaving so much money on the table. You can step in and offer to create simple posts, run their accounts, and engage with customers for a monthly fee. You don't need to be a marketing genius. You just need to be more consistent and more engaged than they are, which is a low bar to clear. It's a recurring revenue stream that you can start with a single direct message or a walk-in conversation. Don't underestimate the power of solving a local problem. Think about freelance skills you already have or can quickly acquire. Are you organized with numbers? Offer freelance accounting or bookkeeping services for other freelancers or small business owners who hate that part of their work. Are you a good communicator and incredibly organized? Become a virtual assistant. You can manage emails, schedule appointments, and handle administrative tasks for entrepreneurs who are scaled to the gills and need to buy back their time. There are countless people right now who would gladly pay a few $100s a month for you to take just 5 or 10 hours of tedious work off their plate so they can focus on growing their business. Finally, don't neglect the physical world. Local delivery and reselling are timeless hustles. Go to garage sales, thrift stores, or clearance aisles on a Saturday morning, find undervalued items, and flip them on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. It requires a good eye, but the model is simple. Buy low, sell high, or offer a specialized delivery service. Maybe it's grocery delivery for the elderly in your community, or a furniture pickup service for people who buy large items online but don't have a truck. Look for the logistical gaps in your own neighborhood. These hustles put cash in your hand the same day. Pick one, just one, and start now. I've given you the ideas, but the ideas themselves are worthless. They are just words on a screen. The only thing that gives them value, the only thing that turns them into actual money, is your action. I need you to understand this on a cellular level. Money comes from movement. It is an exchange of energy. When you're sitting still, paralyzed by analysis and fear, you are generating zero energy. You are a closed circuit. The moment you start moving, sending that email, making that call, posting that offer, you open the circuit. You create a vibration in the marketplace, and money is attracted to that vibration. It's that simple. You have to move. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect feeling of confidence. It will never come. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action. It is a result of action. You build confidence by doing the thing you're scared of and surviving. You prove to yourself, one small step at a time, that you are capable. Your desperation should be your permission slip to be imperfect. It should be the force that shoves you off the cliff of hesitation and into the airspace of execution. You will build your wings on the way down. Every single person who has ever achieved anything started before they felt ready. You are no different. Your only goal today should be to create a single point of motion. Send one DM, make one post, talk to one potential client. That's it. Don't overwhelm yourself with a to-do list that's a mile long. That just invites procrastination. Focus on the smallest possible unit of action that can move you forward. This is about creating momentum. One small win gives you the fuel for the next one. Getting a yes from a client, even for a small $20 job, does something magical to your mindset. It proves the concept. It shows you that this is real, that you can actually do it. That small taste of victory is what will keep you going. So get up, right now. I don't care if you're tired, scared, or unsure. Your feelings are irrelevant to the task at hand. The market doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to your actions. Your entire financial future hinges on what you choose to do in the next hour. Will you continue to sit there, consuming information and staying stuck? Or will you finally choose to move? Will you finally take that first, terrifying, essential step? The choice is yours, but remember, money only, and I mean only, follows movement. Start moving. If you're not using artificial intelligence right now, you are choosing to fight with one hand tied behind your back. This is not some futuristic fantasy. It is the most powerful tool available to a desperate hustler in the history of the world, and it is here right now. AI, especially tools like ChatGPT, is your new secret weapon. It is your tireless assistant, your brilliant copywriter, and your instant brainstorming partner that works around the clock without ever getting tired or asking for a paycheck. While your competition is staring at a blank page, struggling to write a sales pitch or a social media post, you can generate 10 different versions in under 30 seconds. Speed is your advantage, and AI is the ultimate accelerator. It's like having a world-class marketing team in your pocket. I need you to stop thinking of AI as complicated technology and start seeing it as a simple lever. It's a tool designed to multiply your effort. You bring the idea, the hustle, the raw energy, and AI provides the structure, the polish, and the execution at lightning speed. You can use it to write the very outreach emails we just talked about. You can ask it to generate a list of 50 potential business names. You can command it to create a compelling offer for your resume-building service, complete with pricing tiers and a list of benefits. This isn't cheating. This is being smart. It's about leveraging every single advantage you can get to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Think about the hours you would normally spend agonizing over what to say. The self-doubt, the writer's block, the endless revisions. AI obliterates all of that. You give it a simple prompt like, write a persuasive Facebook post offering social media management to local restaurants, and it will give you a draft that is 80% of the way there. Your job is to take that draft, inject your own authentic voice, add your personal story, and hit post. You are still the mind behind the operation, the strategist, the hustler. AI is just the tool that helps you get your ideas out into the world 10 times faster, allowing you to make more offers and talk to more clients every single day. Don't be intimidated by this. You don't need to be a tech expert to use these tools. It's as simple as having a conversation. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. The only mistake you can make is to ignore it. While others are stuck doing things the old, slow way, you can be lapping them, using AI to build your lane with unprecedented velocity. This is how you work smarter, not just harder. This is how you take the desperation fueling you and combine it with technology that can keep up with your ambition. Your new assistant is ready to work. It's time to put it on the payroll. Let's get tactical. I used AI to go from a simple idea to a finished digital product in a matter of days, not the months or years it would have taken me before. You can do the same. Let's say you decide to offer a service creating meal plans for busy professionals. You can use ChatGPT to brainstorm the entire offer. Ask it for a catchy name, a target audience profile, and the key pain points these people face. Then, have it outline a simple 7-day meal plan. It will do the heavy lifting of research and structuring, giving you a solid foundation to build upon. This process, which could take a week of manual research, can now be done in an afternoon, getting you closer to making money faster than ever. Once you have your offer, you need to sell it. Use AI to write your sales copy. Command it. Write a short, punchy sales page for my 7-day Hustler's Meal Plan that focuses on saving time and boosting energy. It will spit out headlines, bullet points, and a call to action. Take that content and put it on a simple landing page using a tool like Systemi.io or Gumroad. Then go back to AI and have it write 5 different social media posts and 3 outreach emails to promote your new product. You have now created an entire marketing campaign in less than an hour, all while your competitors are still debating what font to use on their logo. This isn't just for services or digital products. You can use AI to accelerate your freelance work. If you're a freelance writer, use it to bust through writer's block by generating outlines and initial drafts. If you're a virtual assistant, use it to draft emails and reports for your clients at incredible speed, allowing you to take on more clients without burning out. AI helps you deliver your service faster and with higher quality, which means happier clients, better testimonials, and more referrals. It's a virtuous cycle that all starts with you being willing to adopt the tool that gives you the most leverage. You are building a system for speed. The gap between having a thought and having cash in your bank account is defined by the speed of your execution. AI allows you to compress that timeline dramatically. It removes the friction points that slow most people down: the writing, the brainstorming, the structuring. This lets you spend more of your precious time and desperate energy on the only things that actually make you money, talking to customers and making offers. This is the new landscape. This is the modern hustle. Embrace these tools, move with ferocious speed, and you will build your lane and start generating income while everyone else is still stuck at the starting line, wondering how you did it. If you want to build a lane so unique that nobody can compete with you, you need to execute 2 moves with surgical precision. Specialize and personalize. First, you must specialize. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. That is a recipe for being nothing to no one. Instead of being a generic social media manager, become the go-to person for Instagram growth for local coffee shops. Instead of being a general writer, become the expert who rewrites LinkedIn profiles for tech salespeople. This laser focus makes you a big fish in a small pond. It makes you the obvious, undeniable choice for a specific customer with a specific painful problem. When you specialize, your marketing becomes 10 times easier because you know exactly who you're talking to and exactly what to say. Once you've specialized, you must personalize. This is where you inject your story, your journey, and your raw, authentic self into everything you do. This is the moat around your business that no one can ever cross. Anyone can learn to manage an Instagram account, but nobody else has your story of hitting rock bottom and using that hustle to build something new. Share your wins, but more importantly, share your struggles. Talk about the lessons you learned the hard way. When you personalize your brand, you stop being a commodity, and you start being a human being that people can connect with. People don't just buy your service, they buy into your journey. They root for you, and that loyalty is priceless. This combination of specializing and personalizing is your 1-2 punch. Specialization makes you the expert. Personalization makes you the one they trust. Think about it. When a coffee shop owner sees your offer, they don't just see another marketer. They see the person who understands their exact challenges and who has a compelling story of grit and determination that resonates with their own entrepreneurial spirit. You are no longer just a service provider, you are a partner, a guide, a fellow hustler who gets it. This connection is what turns a one-time client into a lifelong advocate for your brand. It's what makes your lane completely and utterly yours. So take a hard look at the hustle you've chosen. How can you narrow your focus? Get ridiculously specific about the problem you solve and who you solve it for. Then brainstorm how you can weave your personal story into your messaging. What parts of your journey will resonate with that specific audience? Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. That vulnerability is your superpower. It's the glue that will bond your customers to you. Specialize to attract them and personalize to keep them. This is the foundation upon which you will build an unshakable brand and a reliable stream of income. Now that you have your specialized and personalized offer, you need to systemize it. This is the move that separates the amateurs from the professionals. It's how you go from frantically scrambling for each dollar to creating a predictable, repeatable process that makes you money while you sleep. A system isn't some complicated corporate flowchart. It's simply the act of building repeatable steps for every part of your hustle. It's about turning your chaotic actions into a smooth, efficient workflow. You need to stop reinventing the wheel every single time you get a new client or make a new sale. That is a waste of precious energy that you simply don't have. Start by mapping out your process. What are the exact steps you take from the moment a potential client shows interest to the moment you deliver the final product and get paid? Write it down, every single step. For example, 1. Send initial outreach DM using a pre-written template. 2. Schedule a 15-minute discovery call. 3. Send a proposal using another template. 4. Onboard the client with a welcome email. 5. Deliver the work. 6. Send an invoice. By creating these templates and checklists, you remove the guesswork. You create a machine that you can run over and over again, ensuring quality and consistency every single time. This frees up your mental space to focus on growth, not just operations. Systemizing allows you to build for the future, even when you're desperate for money right now. Every client you serve becomes a test case for improving your system. What part of the process was clunky? Where did you waste time? Refine it. Shave off the inefficiencies. The goal is to create a process so streamlined that you could eventually hand it off to someone else, whether it's a virtual assistant or a new employee. This is the critical step that allows you to scale fast. You can't scale chaos. You can only scale a system. This is how you stop trading all your time for money and start building a real asset. This doesn't have to be complex. Your first system could be a simple Google Doc with your email templates. It could be a checklist in your phone's Notes app. The tool doesn't matter. The habit of systemizing does. Specialize to get found, personalize to build trust, and systemize to grow. These 3 moves, executed together, are the blueprint for building your unique lane. They turn your desperate hustle into a disciplined business. They provide the structure that will not only get you out of your current financial hole, but will also build the foundation for sustainable, long-term success. When you are comfortable, you have the luxury of 100 different options. You can dabble in this, explore that, and spend weeks or months weighing the pros and cons of every potential path. But when you are truly desperate, when your back is against the wall and the rent is due tomorrow, that luxury vanishes. You don't need 100 options. You need one good one that works, and you need it to work right now. This is the hidden gift of desperation. It provides a brutal, clarifying focus that comfort can never offer. It cuts through the paralyzing noise of endless choice and forces you to zero in on the single most viable path to immediate cash flow. Your desperation becomes a filter, eliminating everything that is not essential for survival. This singular focus is your new superpower. While others are distracted by shiny objects, new trends, and the fear of missing out, you have the clarity of a sniper. You know your target, that one hustle you've chosen, and you pour every ounce of your energy and being into hitting it. You must block out all other distractions with a ruthless intensity. Stop researching 10 different side hustles. Stop listening to 20 different gurus. Pick your lane, the one you identified using the principles we've discussed, and go all in. This is not the time for a portfolio of hustles. It's the time for a single-minded obsession with making one thing work. Your desperation is the most demanding coach you will ever have. It will not accept excuses. It will not let you get distracted. It will wake you up early and keep you up late, constantly reminding you of what's at stake. You must learn to listen to this coach. When you feel the urge to procrastinate by scrolling through social media, your desperation coach will slap you back to reality, reminding you that every wasted minute is a minute you're not earning. When you feel tempted to pursue a new, easier idea, your coach will remind you of the progress you've already made and the importance of seeing one thing through to completion. This internal pressure is a powerful tool for maintaining momentum. Use this incredible clarity to your advantage. Channel all of your mental and emotional bandwidth into executing your chosen hustle. Your goal is to become the absolute best at solving that one specific problem for that one specific audience. This intense focus will make you better, faster, and more effective than anyone else who is just dabbling. They have 100 priorities, you have only one. In the short-term game of making money fast, the person with the most focused energy always wins. Let your desperation be the force that narrows your vision and sharpens your execution. In the scramble for money, discipline is what sets you apart. Motivation fades fast. Discipline keeps you moving when things get tough. It's not about grand gestures, just relentless, consistent action, even when it's boring. Discipline is your weapon. You show up, do the work, and don't negotiate with yourself. While others ride emotional highs and lows, you execute with steady precision. Desperation points you forward, but discipline gets you to the finish line. As you hustle, start building your audience now. Don't wait for success. Your journey, struggles, and small wins are your most powerful content. Share your process publicly. Let people root for you and see your evolution. Your brand is your story, not a logo. Documenting your grind attracts a community who relate to your struggle. These followers become your future customers and supporters. Start telling your story today, your audience will grow with you. Forget creating content. Just document your real journey. Show your messy desk, your setbacks, your tiny wins. Authenticity stands out in a world of fake perfection. Documenting keeps you accountable and builds trust with your audience. Pick one platform and post something real every day for 30 days. Show the work, the effort, the journey. That's how you attract loyal customers who trust your story. Once you've built income and a following, teach others your process. Your journey is now a proven roadmap. People will pay to learn it. Package your knowledge into ebooks, courses, or coaching. Your experience is your qualification. Your story is your curriculum. This turns your hustle into a scalable business. You go from hustler to expert to teacher, creating new experts in your wake. The hustle got you stable now. Build systems to scale. Don't settle for trading time for money. Automate your business. Use tools to create a seamless, automated customer journey. This frees your time and lets you focus on growth, not just survival. You started desperate, built an audience, monetized your story. Now automate it. This is how you scale your impact and income. You're not just hustling anymore. You're building an empire. Let's be real for a minute. There will be days when all of this feels completely and utterly impossible. There will be mornings you wake up with a pit in your stomach, filled with doubt, convinced that you've made a huge mistake. The money won't show up. The client will ghost you. A launch will flop. The algorithm will bury your post. The exhaustion will hit you like a tidal wave, and every fiber of your being will scream at you to just quit, to give up and go back to what was safe, even if it was miserable. These days are not a sign that you are failing. They are a non-negotiable part of the process. Every single entrepreneur you admire has faced these days. The question is not if they will come, but what you will do when they arrive. This is the moment that truly defines you. It's easy to hustle when you're feeling motivated and seeing results. It's a whole different ball game to keep pushing when the tank is empty and there's no finish line in sight. This is where the desperation you once felt must transform into pure, unadulterated grit. You have to push anyway. You have to force yourself to execute even when you have zero faith that it will work. Your feelings are liars. They are temporary clouds passing in front of a sun that is still there. You cannot let a temporary feeling derail a permanent goal. You must learn to operate independently of your mood. Your discipline has to be stronger than your doubt. On these days, you need to remember your why. Go back to that feeling of rock bottom. Remember the weight of those bills, the shame of that empty wallet, the burning desire to build a different life. That pain is your anchor in the storm. It's the raw, primal reason you started this journey in the first place. Let it fuel you. Then break your actions down into the smallest possible units. Don't think about building an empire, just think about the next step. One more post, one more offer, one more direct message. That one small act of defiance against your own despair could be the very thing that changes your entire month. It could be the DM that lands your biggest client. You have to understand that the game is won by those who can endure the silent, frustrating, and thankless days. It's won by the people who stay disciplined when it feels pointless. This is the great filter. It weeds out the people who only wanted it when it was easy. But that is not you. You are a fighter. You have come too far to only come this far. So when that day comes, and it will, I need you to take a deep breath, look that feeling of impossibility straight in the eye and whisper, "Watch me," then get back to work. Desperate people who stay disciplined always win. We've reached the end of this blueprint, but we are at the very beginning of your story. Your story is not over. It is not defined by the debts, the doubts, or the desperation that you feel right this second. Those things are not your identity. They are simply the starting line. Everything we have talked about, finding your lane, solving urgent problems, leveraging AI, building an audience, and turning your hustle into a business, is worthless without one final critical ingredient: your action right now. You have what it takes to win this fight. The strength, the grit, and the resilience you need are already inside you, forged in the very fires of the hardship you've endured. You just need to give yourself permission to unleash it. I need you to stop consuming and start doing. Close this window after you're done. Stop looking for one more video, one more article, one more piece of advice. You have enough information. You have the strategy. The time for learning is over, and the time for earning has begun. Your focus must now become singular. Zero in on that one hustle, that one problem you can solve, and attack it with everything you've got. Stay so focused that the noise of the world fades into the background. Your next meal depends not on what you know, but on what you do in the next 24 hours. Let that urgency guide every single action you take from this moment forward. Don't stop until you create your own space in this world. Don't stop when you make your first dollar. Don't stop when you pay off that first bill. Don't stop when you feel a little bit comfortable. Keep pushing. Keep building. Turn that hustle into a system. Turn that system into an empire. This is about more than just getting out of a hole. It's about building a ladder so high that you never have to worry about falling back in again. It's about creating a life of freedom, impact, and true ownership. That is the ultimate prize, and it is reserved for those who refuse to quit. Your future self is begging you to start now and to not give up. Your journey from desperation to domination starts with a single step. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be in motion. You need action. You have the blueprint. You have the fire. The path is laid out in front of you. Now it's on you. Go build your lane. Go create your future. Go prove to yourself and to everyone else what you are truly made of. The world is waiting for your story. Go write it. Start now.